Who was crazy until they were right all along? My coworker Janet seemed totally normal until she started obsessing over our office water fountain. She'd bring a digital thermometer every morning and test the temperature, writing numbers in a little notebook with timestamps. She even bought pH test strips online and would dip them in the water during her lunch breaks, comparing colors to a chart she kept in her desk drawer. Everyone thought she'd completely lost it. That English thing. Janet had worked in accounting for 15 years without any drama, quiet and reliable. But suddenly she's treating our break room like some kind of chemistry laboratory. My manager Dave would roll his eyes and make crazy gestures whenever he saw her crouch next to the fountain with her testing kit spread out on the floor. It all started when Janet complained that the water tasted metallic and made her stomach hurt. She filed 3 separate maintenance requests through the building portal, but property management kept responding that the fountain had been recently inspected and was functioning within normal parameters. That's when Janet decided to take matters into her own hands and went full detective mode. She started documenting absolutely everything about that water fountain. The color variations, unusual smells, temperature readings taken twice daily at exactly 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., pH levels tracked on a spreadsheet with dates and detailed observations. She even started bringing mason jars to collect samples, labeling them with masking tape and storing them in the office refrigerator next to people's lunches. The breaking point came when Janet printed out detailed water quality reports and taped them directly to the fountain with clear packing tape. Dave ripped them down immediately, his face turning red with embarrassment. Janet, you're scaring people with this conspiracy theory nonsense. The water is perfectly safe and you're creating unnecessary panic in the workplace. Janet just calmly pointed to her data showing pH levels dropping consistently every single week for the past 2 months. She even started bringing her own gallon jugs of distilled water from home and refused to let anyone use the fountain. And without me of Liba she'd physically block people and warn them about potential contamination. Coworkers started avoiding her completely in the break room, whispering about her mental state behind her back. HR got involved after Janet sent a company-wide email about potential chemical contamination with detailed charts and graphs that nobody wanted to read or understand. Dave called an emergency team meeting specifically about Janet's disruptive behavior that was affecting workplace morale. We all sat there uncomfortable while he explained that her obsessive water testing was creating a hostile work environment and damaging team productivity. Janet was formally told to stop all testing activities immediately or face serious disciplinary action, including possible termination. She looked defeated but packed up her testing supplies and stopped bringing her notebooks. For 2 weeks, everything seemed to go back to normal. People used the fountain again without thinking about it. Janet sat quietly at her desk, drinking from her personal water bottles and keeping her concerns to herself like she'd been completely silenced. And I came to work one Tuesday morning and saw people in white hazmat suits in our building lobby. Yellow caution tape blocked the stairwell and the entire second floor was being evacuated by emergency personnel. The sign turns out a corroded pipe had been slowly leaking industrial cleaning chemicals into our water system for months, and the contamination levels had finally reached dangerously toxic levels that could cause serious health problems. 3 coworkers were rushed to the hospital with severe chemical poisoning symptoms they'd been ignoring for weeks, thinking they just had stomach bugs or food poisoning. The building management company faced massive lawsuits from affected tenants and had to shut down the entire complex for emergency plumbing replacement throughout all 6 floors. Janet walked into the temporary office space we'd been relocated to the next week, still carrying her familiar notebook and testing supplies. She didn't say I told you so or gloat about being right all along. She just quietly placed a bottle of clean spring water on everyone's desk and got back to work like nothing had happened. The company now pays for professional monthly water quality testing, and Janet was promoted to head the newly created Workplace Safety Committee with a significant salary increase in recognition.